Boom, and we're live. Gentlemen, Sam, Eddie Bravo. This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm very happy to get you guys together. I mean, that was I've been kind of looking to do this for at least 2 years, and finally it's arrived.
What was it?
Just a superstar that needs more exposure. I mean, he should be running half of civilization. I mean, he's really it's just there's a framework where facts can't be talked about as facts. They intrinsically convey power disparities. Science is just a tool of power. And then I saw this and I thought, okay, well, maybe he's the canary in the coal mine, or certainly one of the canaries in the coal mine that I had ignored, where there has to be a firewall between your conversation about reality and facts. And so I had him on the podcast. That went off like a nuclear bomb. I mean, that was such a
nuclear bombs actually don't exist.
Educate me. Maybe we'll back up further and just give your short form bio.
Hey, I didn't bring up nuclear bombs. You guys did. I didn't bring it up.
There's another layer that is even more well subscribed that presents social and political problems. So as you said, there are legitimate debates about facts. So we can debate scientific facts.
We do know a lot of people out there are drinking baby blood. Maybe after a while you turn into like a vampire kind of person.
Perfect.
That doesn't get anybody anywhere.
Right. Well, to bring this full circle back to me in this last case, we finally did this podcast. My last podcast is now 2 weeks ago, and it just created a huge kind of explosion in my life. I was in the middle of a vacation, so I was trying not to engage, and so I didn't want to have to write anything new to deal with this egregious attack on my intellectual and moral integrity. I massively underestimated the amount of work even my own fans would have to do to understand why I was just open-minded, ready to dialogue. People just double down, and that's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, man. Very, very, very interesting.
Can you imagine if you could take the world's population and fit them all in Texas, all in their own house? I don't know.
Right. Well, you should find out.
I don't know.
He's playing a game, and this is not a real conversation. This is a formal academic-style debate where his job is not to leave his view open to influence by the other discussants. He's making a case. And it's a kind of winner-take-all situation where people are really, 500 years ago, if you had a paltry IQ and you're just pushing a plow next to your neighbor, you had no real advantage. But now you can access the internet. Again, we're just talking about intelligence that can make refinements to itself over a time course that bears no relationship to what we experience as apes.
Dude, he's brilliant.
I found the one reasonable person.
That makes me uncomfortable. You know what's here's a fascinating thing. The ass was not a big deal for a long time. For a long time. You go back to like Linda Carter and Wonder Woman. You never saw her ass.
I don't know.
A long time.
Well, to bring this full circle back to me sitting at the pool, about to destroy my vacation.
Every time I'm on a plane, I see emptiness and barren wasteland. I see emptiness. I don't get it. Overpopulation is a myth. It's got to be.
If you drive from L.A. to San Francisco, you drive through Kentucky. I don't know how it happens. There's a lot of fucking space up there. And those people are all rural. It's rural. It's farms, but it's rural. Everybody thinks that San Francisco is Northern California. The fuck it is. That's Kentucky. That's rural.
Okay, I can't trust any Hollywood movies now.
The Roma in Europe, the gypsies. This is like a very isolated, beleaguered, community. Who knows how inbred it is? I mean, I don't know. It's just scientifically irrational. I mean, how do you conceive of your job at the moment? And
I don't know what is going on.
I should say that I certainly understand people's fear that you're a person who can basically play any game he wants. I mean, you're like he's somebody who he hasn't been elected yet, but he should be. I mean,
man, I'm sorry.
Far right.
You know what? I fucked up.
Obviously, with the wind in their sails.
Look, that's it.
Why? It's an interesting conversation
about whether or not nuclear
we don't have
bombs
to talk
are real.
about
You don't want
this.
answers, though.
We don't have to talk about this.
Why don't you want to find the answer? Why do you just want to question?
Why?
Because the world being flat, because nuclear bombs being fake, because dinosaurs not being real, all those things are crazy.
But let me just take a couple of minutes to close the various
I'm just
doors
bringing
to
up
hell.
questions
It's
and
just
you're
that
getting
if you-
angry.
I'm not angry, Eddie.
There's this
Okay,
massive
good.
bias.
Do you hear me being angry right now?
That
You guys sounded
there's-
angry. You
there's
said you were
some things
frustrated.
that-
You guys can believe whatever you want.
No.
Okay.
I think the world should see how you operate as a journalist. Zero interest in being open-minded. I mean, we don't say one person is more valuable politically and socially than another, even though one person's capable of doing massive things.
Are you sure? You don't know what you don't know what you're saying.
Like, I get that, right?
Well, you just
And
want everybody
the premise of the show is he's better than the guest. He smashes you.
Right.
Just
I mean, he knows his audience does not care about him honestly representing.
It's a waste of time. It's a you're going down a rabbit hole for no
If you continue
reason.
to slander me, and if you misrepresent the reasons why we didn't do a podcast, because we had, but I had. This is so toxic.
Okay, I can't.
they're blowing up these nuclear bombs all the time. People in Vegas should be growing fucking three
The only
dicks.
way to move forward is to lie about what is scientifically plausible and demonize anyone who won't lie with you.
Watch this. Watch this bomb. Look at this.
I don't know.
Dude.
How do you know if that's what kind of bomb that is?
That is the craziest amount of power you could ever imagine. I could never imagine something that can blow the ocean into the sky.
Okay.
And that's just one video of it. There's another one of those videos where they do it from a... Look at the water, where it's falling from.
I get that.
See if you can
but
find
Do
one.
you understand? It could be a nuclear bomb. I'm saying. All I'm saying
why
is,
guess?
how can you
Look at
know
that.
for sure?
Look at this. They killed... How many fucking people in Hiroshima?
That's
Look
high,
at
that's-
the water come down. How crazy that is.
It's big, but I don't know
why
what
question?
conventional bombs.
It's well. What difference does it make?
Maybe that's like 10.
Okay.
You
This
know,
is
what I'm
just-
saying is I don't know. But okay.
This is a nuclear bomb.
Okay.
I mean, the scientists all agree there's no conspiracy. The conspiracy is amongst idiots. What?
I went to fucking physics class
And what is
at college. I got an A.
okay?
That's it. I
And?
mean, the
Listen,
science.
you-
Giant
They
waste
are
of
very-
time.
For who?
For us. When we're talking
Let's talk about
it.
something else.
I like running hills.
Okay.
I got that Apple, what is it, iHome? What is that shit called? Apple TV?
Perfect.
If you're eating a lot of refined carbohydrates, you're going to get really hungry at night, for sure. And you're going to want to eat again.
Crazy.
Do you have any idea at all what's fashionable?
Not at all.
No
I have
idea.
no idea.
I've just discovered that and it's not absolutely clear. I mean, in the infinity of interesting problems we can tackle scientifically.
I don't give a fuck. I have to wrap this up. I have to go to Home
no.
Depot.
But the one thing we do have to announce is we're going to Sydney and Auckland. Two of us, and Reza Aslan and Glenn Greenwald and Ezra Klein. They get a great theater and
Amazing,
as an
amazing
audience,
stuff.
maybe 1,000
All right.
people.
That's it. Bye.
That's a beautiful way to end it. An underground cavern with like elders in these little spots.